What's with all the ass shots? Why are there so many ass shots in my Sword Art Online? Get out of my Sword Art Online, ass shots. We don't need you. Anyway, okay. This episode of Sword Art Online was good. I liked it. It gave us a lot of insight and answered a lot of questions. In a way, at a certain level, it's a bit disappointing, but only in the method that the villain is using. I guess in a way it's clever at the same time. It's a sort of shows some sort of cunning of the villains that they planned. They don't actually have a weapon to kill people from a game. It kind of takes the fear away. It just says like, as long as you have a decent security on your door, you're fine. But at the same time, it's still creepy that there's someone in your room waiting for an order to kill you while you're asleep or unconscious or whatever you are when you're in the game. Although, when I heard that there was, there's a second death gun constantly in the victim's room waiting for the right time to kill them, it made me laugh a little, knowing that Sinon was supposed to die earlier. And now it's been like, I assume a couple of hours, maybe a few hours, because it's nighttime already. So I'm just wondering, the second killer, he's just sitting there in her room, like, reading the newspaper or her magazines or her diary or something. He's just like, I'm gonna kill you soon, you know that? Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Can you imagine us? At this point, there are serial killers. There's serial killers. Can you imagine a serial killer just sitting there in the person's room, just waiting? He's like, it's a funny image to see. Although I understand, I'm scared for Sinon. Poor Sinon. I mean, if I found out there was somebody in my room trying to kill me when I'm asleep, it's like, oh God, what the fuck? I can't defend myself. It's like, Jesus, man, it's terrifying. But, again, seeing the image of a killer just sitting in your room waiting for the, the signal or something, sitting next to an unconscious body, is like, I want to kill him now. But anyway, they're kind of assuming a lot with this plan. It's like, there's a second death gun. Okay, that's a good conclusion, a good idea. How are we gonna test that? Like, the doors had poor security. Was that in the police report? I didn't read that. It seems that maybe there was a police report that Kirito got to read that we didn't. I mean, it would have been nice to being given some of the details of the mystery. See, that's kind of one of the things that disappoints me. They give us this huge mystery, but they don't let us get involved with the mystery. They just want us to be with the character, and the characters are fine to a certain extent, and the action, and again, the action's top notch. But you can't just give us a mystery and not let us explore the mystery with the characters. I mean, that's the part of the point of giving a mystery to a series, letting us help in solving the mystery. Like, come on, give us some of the clues, so maybe we can figure it out before the characters do, or maybe we can figure it out with the characters. Who knows? But yeah, again, I would have loved to see more of the mystery behind how Death Gun is killing these people, instead of just like the character come out and saying, oh yeah, there was in this police report that I read. You guys didn't see it, but I read it, so I know what I'm talking about. It's like, what the hell? This keeps me out of the loop. Come on, I want to be part of the team, part of the action. Come on. But anyway, yeah, like I said earlier, like ass shots. There are ass shots of Sinon, and it just seems kind of weird. I mean, I think they zoom in on her. Yeah, they even zoom in at one point on her ass. It's like, did that do anything? I mean, immediately after, Kirito came up with an idea, but I doubt it's because he looked at her ass. Yeah, he looked at her ass and then immediately said, I have an idea, a theory as to Death Gun, thanks to your beautiful ass, Sinon. And it's like, I'm sorry. I mean, skimpy clothing is one thing in Sword Art Online, because so far, even Asuna has never been given that skimpy of clothing, and the only time she did was because some creep put her in that dress so he can lick her. Ugh. But this time, there's no excuse. The camera work is just blatantly saying, look at that fine ass on Sinon. Zoom in. It's like, this is just another nail in the coffin for Sword Art Online. I mean, when it falls into fan service and showing ass shots of a character, of a female character, it's almost insulting. I mean, I'm not arguing about the story. I'm sure the story did not at one point said, and then we zoom in on Sinon's ass. No, this is the camera works and the director's fault. They had to actually get a lot of people working on drawing her ass, and then have the camera waste time. They had to animate it. They had to zoom in on the ass. That took maybe, I'm guessing, at least a day or two to do. You just wasted 2 days of our time for an ass shot. Why? But again, it only lasts for a couple seconds. Didn't destroy the episode. It was just very, very distracting. But yeah, Asuna finally, contacts the government guy, and of course the little fairy girl. I'm sorry. I mean, is it Yui? I think her name is Yui. She, of course, is like, I guess she just hacked into the government's she hacked into their servers and took all their information. I mean, way to go, government. You suck at security. What the fuck? This little tiny AI that's built by a game was able to get into your system and just take everything. Way to go. And have all the information. And of course, Kirito's friends are kind of mad that he didn't ask them to help. But at the same time, it makes sense. I mean, come on. There's a possibility that there's a guy out there who can kill you in real life by killing you in the game. Of course, he's not going to ask you to help. I wouldn't ask you to help. In fact, none of you would be able to help. I'm sorry. I mean, we haven't been given a chance to see if you have any skills in fighting. I mean, we saw at one point they were fighting this giant lizard. But again, that's completely different to a game that has gunfights and, aiming and all that stuff. I mean, who knows if you guys would have even stood a chance in this game. But anyway, and then there's even this point where a camera comes into the cave and Sinon's like, oh, that's for the live stream. And I'm guessing that's not going to be pointless because they wouldn't mention it and animate it unless it was important. I'm guessing it's going to record them in the cave getting so close to each other and then show Asuna. I mean, who else would they show? I mean, it has to be Asuna, and that'll piss her off, I guess. And that'll cause confusion and love triangles. Again, I have no idea where they're going with the whole relationship aspect of this show, of this season. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to think about it. It's just going to hurt my head, and it's going to just really annoy me. Not as much as the ass shots. I'm sorry. That just annoys me. But either way, again, Death Gun is just still as fearsome as ever now that there's 2 of them, and the very idea of someone sitting in your room over your unconscious body ready to kill you is just terrifying. I'm hoping that they don't reveal too much about their actual face and lives. I want them to die as symbols of fear. A good villain has to die as a good villain in order for me to remember him. And I really want to remember Death Gun as this fearsome enemy. But either way, this episode was great story-wise. They made a lot of progression, great giant reveal. And it was just mostly the ass shot that just annoyed me. And of course, Japanese government, I mean, they suck at security. What the hell? Why are we depending on these people to protect us from virtual threats? I have no idea. But either way, yeah. Ass shots. Let's hope there's no more ass shots next episode. I don't need ass shots in my Sword Art Online. But either way, Until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.